You know that feeling when you walk into a crowded room and your brain just stops? Not anxiety, not fear, something else, like someone turned up the volume on reality and your mind can't keep up? Most people think that means something's wrong with you. But what if I told you it actually means your brain is doing something most people's brains can't do? Something rare, something powerful. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why the very thing that makes crowds unbearable is the same thing that makes you different in ways you've never been told. Let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed that after spending time in a loud, packed room, you feel exhausted, even if you didn't actually do anything? That's not laziness. That's not social anxiety. That's your brain working harder than everyone else's in that room. Let me explain. Your nervous system is built differently. Some people walk through life with what psychologists call a low sensory threshold. That means your nervous system picks up on things most people don't even notice. The hum of fluorescent lights, the shift in someone's tone, the rhythm of footsteps behind you. It's not that you're paranoid, it's that your brain is recording everything. And when you're in a crowd, that recording goes into overdrive. Imagine trying to listen to 10 songs at the same time. That's what your brain is doing. It's not filtering noise. It's absorbing it all. So when you leave that crowded place and feel wiped out, it's because your mind just processed more data in 10 minutes than most people process in an hour. Now here's where it gets interesting. Your personal space isn't just preference, it's wired into you. There's a field of study called proxemics. It's all about how humans experience physical space. And it turns out, not everyone has the same invisible boundary. Some people are fine with strangers brushing past them. Others? Their brain sends a quiet alarm every time someone steps too close. It's not about being uptight. It's about how your brain interprets safety. When your boundary gets crossed too many times in a crowded space, your nervous system doesn't relax. It stays on alert. You're not overreacting. You're just aware of something most people have learned to ignore. But there's more to this. Crowds force your brain into overdrive. Think about what happens when you walk into a packed room. Your brain immediately starts calculating who's moving where, who might bump into you, where the exits are, what the noise level is doing, whether you can even hear yourself think. Psychologists call this cognitive load. And for people with deeper processing styles, introverts, highly sensitive types, overthinkers, that load gets heavy. It's like running 5 apps at once on your phone. Eventually it slows down. Eventually it crashes. That's what happens to your mind in a crowd. It's not weak. It's just doing more work than everyone else realizes. Here's something most people never connect. Crowds steal your sense of control. Humans are hardwired to feel safe when we can predict what's coming next. That's survival psychology. But in a crowd, prediction becomes impossible. People move unpredictably. Sounds come from every direction. You can't see the whole space. You can't plan your next step. Your brain doesn't like that. Not because you're anxious, but because your mind thrives on clarity, structure, and knowing what's around the corner. And crowds remove all of that. So here's what this all means. If you hate crowded places, you're not fragile. You're not antisocial. You're not too sensitive. You're just wired for depth. Your brain doesn't skim the surface. It digs. It notices. It processes layers most people never even see. That's not a flaw. That's a feature. In fact, the same traits that make crowds exhausting are often linked to some of the strongest qualities a person can have. Sharper intuition, better focus, deeper empathy, the ability to see patterns others miss. You're not avoiding crowds because you're weak. You're avoiding them because your brain operates at a level that chaos disrupts. So the next time someone tells you to just relax in a crowded room, remember this. Your brain isn't broken. It's just built for something different. And honestly, the world could use more people who think the way you do. Now I want to hear from you. When you're in a crowded place, what's the first thing your brain does? Do you scan for exits? Count how many people are too close? Focus on a single conversation to block out the noise? Drop it in the comments. I'm genuinely curious how your mind handles it. And if this video made you realize something about yourself you've never put into words before, hit that subscribe button. Because next week's video reveals another psychological trait most people completely misunderstand about themselves. You might be one of them.